Hey guys, what's happening? Today is August 31st, 2024. Going to mow some third cutting alfalfa down today. On Saturday, my dad mowed down our new seeding, the second cutting off of that. Now, we haven't been getting much rain lately, so the alfalfa wasn't there. It was just pretty much dead oats. We dry baled that. We had another grass hay field that we dry baled, and that's all taken care of. Now we're gonna get the alfalfa done. It's not very tall, but it's ready to be mowed. We got about 8/10 of rain last night, so the corn's definitely perking up there. It's putting ears on now. I just started shooting tassel here this past week, and now's the time for it to get the rain if we can, to put the ears on. It's not very tall this year. If we can just keep getting enough rain while it's all putting ears on, I think we should be all right. But like I said, it's been pretty terrible dry. We're gonna end up having to reseed some of the alfalfa. It just wasn't a very good year for it. It was too dry and too hot there this spring, and it didn't come very good. We got 2 strips of alfalfa here at home. That's all the more we have of the third cutting, because we took some strips out and reseeded some new. So next year we'll have more to be mowed all at the same time. But yeah, it's not too great looking. Back there at the beginning, it wasn't too bad. It was just real thin. But out here along this hill, it's dry. And there wasn't enough moisture for it to come very good. I'm up here in one corner where some fields join together. This here is a new seeding piece. This strip here runs out along up back of the shed there at home, and then there's a new strip of alfalfa that runs between these 2 strips of corn here, and then we got this strip down here that runs along. So they kind of all join together out here. But the alfalfa it's not terrible. Definitely could be worse. We had this sprayed for leaf hopper. We definitely have that working for us. Down here in the flat now, mowing this little piece. It's a pretty long strip that goes out there, but like the other piece, it's not very wide. It's pretty narrow. It looks pretty decent. It definitely holds the moisture better down here than it will up there on that side of the hill like that. That's why it looks a lot better. Even the corn is a little taller down here too. On the first lap around, we gotta drive over some of the alfalfa. since this disc spine only swings to the left, it's not like a center pivot disc spine where you can swing it to either the left or the right. And you have to travel around the field the opposite way than you normally mow. When you come back through the opposite way, you'll be hitting the alfalfa the way it's laid over from driving over it, and it'll pick it right up and mow it off, so you don't have to worry about it not laying there and not getting mowed. This 425, the air conditioner doesn't seem to be working like it used to. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe somebody on here comment and tell me what to check out or what the problem might be. That's about the fastest I'm ever gonna mow hay. I had somebody comment and ask what speed we usually mow at. I'm running 12th gear right now, and that's a little bit over 8 miles an hour, and it's plenty to handle. And you can run this on a hill, but we're on flat ground right now. It's definitely a little rough, but the hay's not very tall. That makes a big difference. You have to slow down. You can't go too fast when the hay's real tall and thick. You can definitely keep removing with the disc bind. Those old hay binds, now you couldn't run near this fast with them, so it would take a lot longer to mow with them. I got everything mowed here at home. Now my pap wants to go mow up the road. I gotta get her stock trailer cleaned up because I gotta take my beef heifer to the fair here. So usually I like to clean it up once a year, every year. Before that, it doesn't get done too often because shortly after you clean it, it gets dirty again. While I was mowing, my pap cleaned the manure out. He pushed manure out of here, so he didn't have to, but he did. So if you're watching, pap, thanks. Anyways, gotta get the pressure washer going here, and we'll get this thing cleaned up. Soak for a little bit, let it do its magic, and it should make cleaning it up a little bit easier, I would think. Hey guys, what's going on? It is Saturday morning here now. We got all of our hay made on Thursday. I didn't film any of it. Just didn't really get around to filming any of it. We had a good bit to get done that day and was trying to keep things moving, and was dealing with some minor breakdowns or whatnot. Got the air conditioner problem solved in this girl here. The evaporator in this tractor is actually under the seat. We couldn't find it. We had to tear the whole seat out and stuff to get it cleaned out. It wasn't really that dirty. There's some lines that come down through the bottom of the tractor to drain all the water from it, and the drains are plugged, so what we think was happening was it was full of water in there. After it would get warm, it being full of water in there, the air couldn't circulate through it, and the air conditioner wasn't working very good. Hoping that solves the problem with this one here. This tractor back here, we got it tore apart. We got a new solenoid put on the starter, and now this solenoid here went bad. That also starts the tractor. So you got this wire here coming from your key. When you turn your key, those wires join together when you turn the key on, and evidently the solenoid went bad because the tractor won't start now. But you can jump the wires together to get it to start. We got that to do. Sometime got a new solenoid to put on there. And the air conditioner has a leak there. So we might end up having to take it to somewhere to get that figured out. This morning, we actually had a water leak here, back of the milk house. We got that fixed now. My dad borrowed my uncle's backhoe and dug it up. This line here actually isn't getting used, but it still has water going to it, and it shut off inside the barn there. It used to go clean to the other end of the barn. My uncle used to have heifers out there, and there's a water trough out there, but that's no longer used, so the line had come apart there. One of the fittings was actually back here. Last night sometime we came to milk. This morning the water was running out the driveway and everything was all saturated here. So there was another splice back there, so we just cut the line there and put 2 splices in. So it should be good to go now. We're gonna let it uncover to make sure it doesn't leak anymore, but hoping that fixes that problem. Water leaks aren't fun to deal with. Usually have one about every year. We had one last year in the yard there beside the house, and a couple years ago we had one down the other side of the milk house. It's just something you're always got to deal with because there's quite a bit of water lines going around this place, all the different water hydrants and the barn and whatnot.